lacrosse is one of those sports where if you're not really starting it young, it's kind of hard to keep up with the current competition. When I started playing, I was way behind everyone else. I was way behind all my friends. They were getting moved up to the higher teams, and I was still like learning how to throw and catch the ball. So it was definitely a setback, and probably one of the hardest challenges because I feel like I had to work twice as hard to prove something, and I mean I did eventually. I started playing lacrosse in 8th grade actually, and it was because my family, my mom got a job in this new school district, and this new school district was like well known for playing lacrosse, being successful in lacrosse, and I was super against the sport. I wanted to play baseball, and my mom just put me in the sport, and I really did not want anything to do with lacrosse at all. As soon as I started playing it, I just fell in love with it immediately, and that was the start of the lacrosse journey for me.
It's a deadly rip. Take one, Mac O'Keefe. Bringing it upstairs. Lefty.
So the face-off is, I think personally, one of like the coolest positions in all of sports.
Let's go, Owen!
The FOGO is like the primary name for it, which is short for face-off, get off. So after every goal is scored in the start of each quarter, I go out there in the middle of the field versus the other face-off guy, and the ball is placed on the turf or the grass, and it's a straight-out battle to win that ball, and it's your job to get that ball to your offense so we can continue to score goals. It's definitely a very, like people call it gritty, a pretty gritty position. But I just love it because it's not like any other position. You're not the guy that scores goals. You're not really playing defense. It's just you're for the team, and that's what I love about it. Possession is a huge part of lacrosse, and knowing deep down inside that that role was put in my hands. There were so many times where I could see the potential of our offense. They were putting the ball in the back of the net a lot, scoring goals for us. And there was times where I just could not win us the ball. And that put a lot of pressure on me, knowing like the outcome of a win or a loss like was in my hands. Knowing that if we had the ball like 2 or 3 more times this game, we could have came out with a win. And that's definitely something that I struggled with last year, but it's definitely nerve-wracking, especially as a first year coming in. It was tough. It was definitely something that I had to talk to my coaches about, and it's very mental. It's a very mental part of the game, and still working through it. If you don't have like confidence outside of the field, you're not going to be able to be successful on the field. But there's so many times where I've lost several face-offs in a row, and it definitely gets to your head. And just knowing, like, taking a step back when you get off the field, just remembering why you started playing, remembering all the fun times you had, just remembering it's just a game. You get the opportunity to play with all your friends, and I feel super lucky and super privileged to be playing at this level. So just definitely for me, taking a step back, realizing how lucky I am, and it's just a game, and definitely helps with the mental part. I want to consider myself more of like a lead by example. So going to class, getting good grades, doing what's right on the field, and doing what's right off the field as well.
I can tell you that Cooper is a great guy. Big family man. Love living with him. He's always working hard.
He's a great guy, great teammate. He's great in the classroom. He does what he needs to do to succeed on the field and off of it.
It's crazy because it's the same exact thing that it's the same thing to go over the field now. So it's going to be needed.
There's not a lot of times where like we're not together. If you go into the dining hall, I usually go with my roommates. We usually see like 5-6 guys on the team eating in the same dining hall as well. So that's definitely huge. Having such a big team, there's always people to go to. And with the living spaces, we all live pretty similar and pretty close to each other. So whether it's just hanging outside of the lacrosse, playing video games, or just hanging out, having movie nights, there's not one guy on our team here at St. Michael's that's like an outlier. Everyone is friends with each other. Everyone's kind to each other. Everyone's nice. And we treat each other all like brothers. It's honestly like the best thing you could ask for because, I mean, I wouldn't trade it for anything else in the world because I love all of them.